Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to an episode of my F1 Road to Glory series for 2019 for the USA GP in Season 2. Last summer at Mexico, we found out we're starting to become a winning team. We're coming through in our second season with the team. We're coming through, the fanfare is out, the crowd's going absolutely mild here for the Williams car coming through for its third win. This is all very new territory. This is all rather strange. We've had 3 wins now this season. And I don't know how it's sitting with me, you know? I don't know how to handle it. I could handle 1 win, that was insane. 2 wins, okay, pretty nutty. 3, are we even Williams? Are we sure we're not masquerading as a different team? Like we've just changed out the stickers or something? But as we come here to the USA Grand Prix in true Williams fashion, we are brought right back down to earth with a failure on the aerodynamics front. Our upgrade on the front aerodynamics has failed on our car. You can see the upgrade that has failed is a front wing main plane, which I'm not surprised. I talked about our team forgetting about what aerodynamics is. The engineers probably saw that upgrade and thought, hang on, how are we meant to stick a plane on a car that's going to clear the ground, and how's that going to create downforce? Because a plane goes up and a car needs to go down. And the sticks of it is we don't have any new aero for USA, which is going to make Sector 1, well, potentially quite difficult. I'm going to have to now maybe compromise on the setup, make the wings a little bit higher, potentially lose some straight line speed at the benefit of actually being able to take Sector 1 pretty decent. I say Sector 1 only. Sector 3 also, you do need a decent amount of wing to take those high-speed corners, especially the long triple right-hander before the last 2 corners. So, it's going to be an interesting one, I think, but obviously off the back of Mexico, the team is in high spirits, so even if we're not great in the corners, there is that long back straight, and no matter what we're doing with the setup, the car is still going to be probably the quickest car on the track anyway, so we'll be able to power past some people at least and try and cobble something together, I hope. But no, this is a new era, I think. This is a turn in the road to glory. Like the road we're on was in the wrong direction before. We then slowly been steering the right roads, and then this is like finding a massive shortcut road. Like, you know, you're going from A to B, we're going from A to glory, and we found a shortcut path to kind of shorten up the route, because I feel like suddenly we've just accelerated the path of development here at Williams, and the car has just been getting better and better. The results have been getting better and better, and it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. That we move into qualifying here, a little bit gloomy actually here at COTA, but we barrel into turn 1, then trying to slow down the car desperately there, but a lock up on the front left, and we go very wide indeed and go down to P20 from P1, so very swiftly maybe down to reality in this first sector. Although saying that, down the hill, gaining some more speed and into the S section, not actually too bad. I've gone with 6 wings, so the default kind of middle ground of the wing setup, and the car is actually looking pretty okay. P9 maintaining that down the main straight. You can see here clearly, I think with lower wings we probably would have gained up to Leclerc there ahead of us, or Vettel, whichever Ferrari it is, in P1 at the moment, but we stayed put in P9 there, but under braking, getting a little bit of time, and then through the right-hander here, surprised to be gaining some time here, up into P3, so actually the car is actually looking better in the corners than I thought it ever would be, but through this second last corner, absolutely blinded by God's light to the right side. I don't know what on earth that lighting system is. I get blind to the point where I miss my braking point completely in the last corner, across the line for P8.
We're very happy with that position. Well done.
Jeff's pretty happy with that result. I'll take that as well, to be fair. P8, I would have taken that before the qualifying session started, but I want to say, what on earth was this lighting here? I have never been blinded so much into one corner. I'm pretty sure there are other rival teams out there with engineers just with a little mirror at the side of the circuit, just angling the mirror correctly towards my eyes, because that completely blindsided me, no pun intended, and we lost, 5 positions there. I think we could have been on the second row of the grid. But come race day, we're not going to think about any of that. We're going to think about ourselves. P8s. We can do some work from here. We're race winners once again coming into this Grand Prix, so let's keep positive here and bring the message of Brexit to USA. Surprised this rate that Jeff didn't say anything about being in the World Championship or anything like that, despite winning the last episode. So once again, the man very much confuses me. He says things about the championship following the back of one race win, the other race win. Nah, it doesn't matter. It's just a normal race, really. So it's going to be a one-stop, soft tire to the mediums. Tire wear will be a bit of an issue here, so potentially getting the undercut right will be quite important here, especially with traffic in sectors 1 and 3. But firstly, just going to keep our nose clean in the first few turns and try and see where we are going to end up after the opening few laps. Here we go then to 5 red lights to the USA Grand Prix. The lights out instantly there, and we're underway. It's a good getaway actually for us compared to Kimi Raikkonen here, but can we get down the inside of some of these cars? A big invitation to dive down the inside. I'm a little bit cautious though. Magnussen is actually the one that dive bombs me on the outside there, gets the move done on Verstappen and Raikkonen as yellow flags fly. Giovinazzi is out of the GP, Hulkenberg out of the GP, and early on The virtual safety car is called out immediately before we even get to the S section, and hang on, Raikkonen has just overtaken us under the virtual safety. This is like the third time this season this has happened, and the FIA just don't give a crap about anything. They just see, oh, well, Williams has been overtaken on the virtual safety car. They're probably going to get overtaken anyway, let's be honest, so let's just let them through. Like, what is this? This is bias towards every other team, okay? I know we've won 3 races and it doesn't make any sense. You need to stop us, but this is not the way. This is simply unacceptable. So I dive down the inside, try to get Raikkonen. Magnussen nearly completely yeets me off the circuit on the left-hand side. I was very scared about my right front tyre being sheared off there, so that was not too great. So now I'm going to have to try and make a double overtake rather, 3 wide this will be, into the next corner on the left-hander there, around the outside of the Renault, and alter the Racing Point car on the exit. Get the power down and get to the inside of Raikkonen, back up into now what's going to be P7. Hopefully we're going to squeeze out Kimi on the left-hand side there, get the move, big slap of oversteer for good measure, but to be fair, that probably actually spooked Raikkonen a little bit in terms of my rear end stepping out just in time there to block him off on the circuit there. So decent stuff, up into P7, and now hopefully chasing after Verstappen, although I say that as we move on to the end of lap number 2, the understeer has been pretty large in the first sector. I believe I might have got a little bit of damage on my front wing here, because there's a bit more understeer than I was ever getting qualifying. I know there's obviously heavy fuel and whatnot, but it feels like a little bit larger than that. So I think there may have been a little bit of contact between maybe potentially myself and the Renault when he pinched me into that left-hander before, as Raikkonen's all over the back of me now, practically pushing me through some of those corners in sector 3 there. We go very defensive into turn 1, up the hill. Raikkonen with a massive dive around the outside there, lock up on the front left for us, and that's going to allow Kimi to go round all the way around, and he's still there on my inside. He's got the nose in just about. We go a little bit wide, trying to give him the space into the first sector there, trying to desperately get the car turned in on the right-hander here, but a massive amount of understeer kicking in then through the left again, another amount of understeer, and Raikkonen will go down the inside. He's made contact with us, and oh, Raikkonen with an explosion on his car. He's out the Grand Prix, but more crucially, our front wing is severely damaged there. Raikkonen with a faintest of taps, and so for once in a long while there, our car once again appears to be glued together with Prix stick and blue tack. I don't know, did we run out of funds because we spent too much on the party after the win after Mexico? I'm not too sure, but that's a massive amount of front wing damage for what was pretty much a tiny love tap by Raikkonen here. You can see, you're about to see a horrendous amount of understeer through the right there, and I'm taking a different circuit, it looks like, there with the amount of understeer I've got. But then look at this, tiniest of taps. He gets the right front sheared off there, as he would. Massive confetti explosion of the carbon fiber frame on his car, but unfortunately my front wing has a massive casualty there as well. So Kimi's out the Grand Prix. I can continue on, but now Vettel is all over the back of me. I've got massive amount of damage on the right-hand side of the front wing, so that'll affect every single left-hander I'm going into, including this one straight away, as Vettel down my inside. We're going to be able to re-overtake him maybe and keep ahead of him just about in a straight line here, but we're going to have to struggle through to the end of this lap then to come in for a pit stop, a very early pit stop indeed, which is going to really hamper our race strategy completely. This next brake zone is going to be very interesting indeed, as we're going to try and slow it down just enough, understeer a little bit, and somehow actually keep it in there. So we've actually got some sort of sense of turning here, but then as I say that, the right hander is pretty horrendous, and Vettel is able to get away from us there. But we've got Robert Kubica now out of the Grand Prix, Kvyat out, so it looks like the torpedo has taken out our teammate there, and so that's an unfortunate casualty. So I've had a disaster of race strategy, and now Kubica's out, but it's brought out the safety car, so that might just save our entire race, you know. Kubica, what a lad. Again, like Spot, he's taking one for the team here. He's seen my race strategy was out the window, and he thought, hang on, let me crash with someone, Aarav, I'll get you a safety car, and Bob's your uncle. We've got a great strategy now, because now we can pit under the safety car. You can see there's only 2 cars ahead of us that have also done that, so there's a load of cars there in the top 10 that are going to have to go out again, or go around for another time under the safety car and lose time effectively. So we get a free pit stop here, and we get to change our front wing. So it's actually all come up pretty damn decent there. That's uncanny. That is actually very uncanny how that's happened there. I did not plan that. I don't control Kubica, but what I'm saying is, he might have heard me bagging on him a little bit earlier on in previous episodes as well. Potentially just thought, okay, if I can't do anything in this Grand Prix, I may as well take myself out, get this safety car out for Aarav, and we can get that free pit stop in there. So here we are then on the restart of the safety car. I'm going to try and be quite cheeky here with Vettel and try and see if we can try and jump him at the line. Of course, we can't overtake him quite yet, but we're side by side with him right now, and there is the safety car line, so now we can try and overtake him. So we're going to squeeze him out there and be a very, very cheeky indeed up into P11. But the thing is, Verstappen, I believe, is also pit under the safety car with us, but then after that, I think there's a good 8 cars in this this top 11 here, top 10, that have not pit yet, and they have to pit for their one pit stop, of course. And behind me, massive carnage there as I think Vettel's just been taken out. Yes, he has. So actually, in hindsight, it was a very good thing I overtook Vettel there because I didn't get caught up in being dive bombed by Magnussen or Gasly there. So I've survived another issue there at the USA Grand Prix. And now I'm in P10 on the back of Max Verstappen there. Grosjean and Norris side by side. Bit of a carbon fiber comes off the Frenchman there as Norris defends quite harshly from Grosjean. So can we try and swoop round on the right-hand side? Have a little look there. We're going to try it, but you get cut across by Grosjean there, who's desperately trying to control that Renault with some damage now. So we have to stick behind him and Verstappen at the moment. So this is a little bit frustrating for me, but to be fair, it still won't really matter too much because all these cars ahead of us, I believe, all have to make one more pit stop, barring Verstappen and maybe Grosjean, I believe. But now that he's got damage, he's going to have to make a pit stop here. So we could be in a very good position here. We make a massive dive on the inside of Grosjean there, use the fact that he's going to be slow, and we catch Verstappen basically blocked off on the right there, and get that Red Bull pretty easily. I wasn't too confident of getting the Red Bull had it not been for that kind of move there. And so we're up into P8 then. Norris is also a medium, so I would suspect that Norris also pit under the safety car, I think, because I think I saw his orange dot on the mini-map there that came in. So as we come through on lap number 8 then, you can see picking up pace here in this GP. But look on the left-hand side there, look at the top left as well. We're going to gain so many free positions, and we're now... this is unbelievable. We're up into P2. P2 of the USA Grand Prix. Lando Norris leads the way. One of our main rivals in the championship leads the way. But if you just think about this then, we went from what was around P9 to now potentially being in a race win battle yet again. And this time, it's not even with the top car. It's with the McLaren. And I'm pretty sure we can beat the McLaren. You know, it's Lando Norris. Like I said, it's one of our main rivals. It's one of our main rivals. We're now going to dig deep and push hard because I sniff another race win. Somehow we're doing it, but it's happening again. I don't know. I don't have any explanation for you guys at home. Just accept it that the tide that is Williams, the wave, the momentum that is Williams, is just crushing down and bearing down in Formula 1, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop us. Williams as a team now is inevitable, alright? The road to glory is happening right here in front of our eyes, and in the famous words of the British government, Brexit means Brexit, so Williams means Williams. And so to that effect, here we are then on the back straight, DRS open, going for the dive bomb down the inside for potentially our 4th win of this set. Oh, okay, that's a little bit more like the old Williams we know and love. Maybe got a little bit too over eager there on the brakes there, potentially, but Carlos Sainz is out of the Grand Prix. It's going to be another virtual safety car that's out here, so actually a good time to maybe save some fuel and whatnot, but got just a little bit excited there and maybe just forgot when to brake, really, but we'll go again. We've got 3 laps, and we just need to chase back after Lando Norris. You know, it adds a little bit of tension, maybe a little bit of spice to this race that is potentially needed. You don't want to dominate every single race, you know. We're not Mercedes over here at Williams. We think about the entertainment value of everyone involved, and so that might mean our car making a few mistakes here and there, but at the end of the day, we get the job done still, and we go on to set a purple first sector, lap 13, the second last lap of the Grand Prix, just not enough to make a dive quite yet on the outer Lando Norris. We have a little look, but just not enough there mid-corner. He does have a bit of a better car, to be fair to him, so we're going to stick behind him here, go to the lean mixture, and also none on the ERS, try and save all the electrical energy we can, all the fuel we can, and we'll go for a dive on the back straight again, basically on the last lap of the Grand Prix. How poetic is that going to be for our 4th race win if we could do the job on the last lap of the GP? That'll be quite something. But you can see here, our car's not even looking that bad, you know. First sector, I thought our car was going to be absolutely clapped in the first sector here, but it's pretty decent. It's actually keeping up with the McLaren. We've set purples before. We've set a red now because we're in the dirty air of Norris, but we were setting purples before. The car's actually pretty damn decent there. I mean, we kept ahead of Verstappen, who I don't know if he's got damage or not from Grosjean or battling someone else, but he's not really been there too much there. It's been me v Norris the entire time. So here we go then. Last lap, last back straight, last DRS straight, overtake mode on, DRS open, rich mix going, and we're going to fly through on the inside. This time, brake a little bit earlier there, jockey for position, but down the inside we go, lock up on the front left to slow the car down just about there, and we're up into first place of the USA Grand Prix. How's any of this happening? Like, I don't understand how we're in the lead of our 4th race. This is actually a thing. We come through then, 2 more corners to go. Norris does catch up to us quite a fair bit through the left hand, a bit of understeer there, and a massive tank could oversteer. And no, Norris could end it all in the last corner. He's round the outside, he's into the lead of the Grand Prix. We're back in the lead, and we tapped him. No, he's sheared off his front left. That's a bit awkward, you know. That I may have just taken him out on the. Am I going to get a penalty? No penalty. We still won the race. All good.
That's a race win and your second race win in a row. Fantastic job.
That was the most questionable ending to a Grand Prix, but you know, that's things happen. You know, racing's tough. Life happens, and sometimes you get taken out by just a light tap on the last corner. I think he's still finished in second place, to be fair to Norris, so I think he's all good. But what a showcase then. What a showcase for British engineering in the USA. I'm sure the British government will be very happy with the advertising we've made today. I think we've done Brexit proud, to be honest, in the USA.
Work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. It was more like Dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it?
Yes, Claire. Yes, it was like Dodgems. It was, you know, people coming left and right trying to ruin the party. But in the end, we showed the resilience of our country, the resilience of the team, and we showed the character that we have to be 4 times race winners this season.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Well, you know, yeah, our engineers did a fantastic job with the power unit. Of course, that helped a lot, but it also helps when you get a free safety car from your teammates. I've got to say, kudos to Robbie Kubica. Really stepped up for the team, really delivered today for us.
You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
Yeah, we are breaking every single one in the rule book, really. And the secret, that would be telling. That's because I don't know what our secret is. Can someone maybe tell me, please?
It's looking like the championship is already won. Do you think there's still time for this to change?
Never say never in Formula 1, Claire. Never say never. You know, I didn't think we'd win a race, let alone a podium this season, but look what's come through. So you just never know. The power of finessing in this team knows no bounds, it seems.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So there we have it then. We're in second place in the Drivers' Championship, and mathematically, we could still win the championship if Hamilton had an absolute mare at the last 2 races. So I don't know. Let's just keep our options open. Let's keep our eyes peeled and just keep believing, maybe. But we solidify P4 to no extent here. We continue to do so. McLaren have no chance of cashing us up, so that's going to be a decent amount of prize money going in for next season there. But I got to say, again, bravo to Robbie Kubica. You know, I bagged on a little bit last episode and just generally hasn't been that great last few. But today, really, really did step up. He was the only reason we won. Do you realise that? He was the only reason we won that race. If that safety car had not come out, I would have been screwed for that entire Grand Prix. I would have been down in P15 just trying to catch back up to maybe 1 measly point. But he single-handedly gave us the race win with that safety car. And for that, I commend him greatly. I really do. So guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, be sure to smash the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here to try for weekly full-on content, I've been aarava. Hope you enjoyed today. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.